Virtual Tarot and to the Temple of Delphi. I'm Ava.
And I am Trudy.
And we're on the summit of the mountain.
Parnassus.
Parnassus, thank you. And we are here to divine for you your future for the month of October.
That's right.
Yeah. And before we do that, we do a recap. But it would be nice if you understood what the cards meant. So what we do here at Virtual Tarot is we just do a 4-card spread. And the first card is a representative of the overall energy of the month of October.
And the second card represents challenges. And the third card,
unexpected, the surprise.
Yes, and then the fourth card represents the outcome, and we're going to wrap a narrative around these 4 cards because they do not live alone. They live next to their little brother and sister cards.
That's right.
And also wanted to mention that if you are interested in learning to read the tarot for yourself, we are the channel for you.
That's right, because we go into these symbols and the various meanings of the symbols. And that's what you want to know when you're reading is what, I think I just recently read that it takes about 9 months, the gestation period of a human fetus, to learn the tarot.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason is because there are stages of where you learn the various aspects of the cards. But first of all, the first thing that you have to do is to really understand all the symbols within each card.
Yes. Well, you have to start with the energy, the 4 elements.
Right. And then gradually, it takes you a long time to understand. There are 78 cards after all.
I was going to say, it took me a lot longer than 9 months.
That's right.
But
yes, that's if you have nothing else to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
if you're sitting around pondering the tarot for 9 months solid,
right,
I could see learning it, in 9 months.
But it takes a long time because, actually that's true because I think it took me years, actually.
Well, you begin to see things through, everyday events and people and objects through the filter of these
symbols. And it's the symbols, images predate the written word as a form of communication. And they convey deep ideas in a much more poignant way than do words themselves.
Exactly.
Which is why the dream world uses images to convey a multiplex of ideas.
Well, it's very much like a brand or a logo today.
Yes.
Where you see a logo and it conveys all types of feelings.
Right.
That's what we have
and
here.
And here at the Delphi Oracle, we are, I think, the modern day diviners for the world. And that's the role that women used to play in culture. And so we're trying to resurrect that in our modest way.
So with that said, we're going to do last month's recap. What was going on for Cancer last month? We had in the very first position the Minor Arcana Hermit card, the 8 of Cups.
Oh, yes, yes.
So you were leaving someone, something, past relationship, past job, past neighborhood, something that you invested emotionally in, and you were actually voluntarily walking away.
Because you felt it was done.
It was done. It's time.
It's time
to move on.
Hard as that may be. And so there's often a air of travel because the gentleman in the card is wearing a travel cloak, which is red, passion. So you're traveling someplace where you can express your passion, passion for life, passion for work, passion. So that's a wonderful energy
Mm-hmm.
for September, really.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then 9 of Cups in the position of challenge, the fat and happy, getting your wish, eating too much at the dinner table card. That was your challenge.
It's warm.
It is one.
I'm going to take this off. Trudy just gave this to me,
Yeah.
and I put it on. I'm not realizing exactly how warm it is. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful?
It's a dragon.
It's a
Avery
dragon.
was born in the year of the dragon.
I was. Look at that.
So whenever
So-
I see a dragon, I have to
It's so generous.
snap it up.
Yes, it is.
So anyway, the 9 of Cups in the position of challenge. We last month, Ava and I had said, well, possibly you're feeling a little happy with yourself, and maybe you shouldn't get too comfortable this month. And sitting on your laurels is okay for a little while, but
Well, if it's a wish fulfillment card and it's in the challenge position, ironically, it could be about being careful what you wish for.
yeah. Oh yes, that's true.
Because if you get it, then you have to deal with that. And often we want something, and then when we actually have it, then we realize that, well, there's a lot of responsibility in having this,
Yes.
whatever it is. That house,
Yeah.
that whatever it is.
You're going to get it, but your challenge could also be to get it.
To get it.
Yes.
To
get to that place where you're
right.
comfortable, very comfortable, even within relationship.
And Cancers want emotional fulfillment.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
want to bask in an environment of emotional fulfillment, sustenance, where you feel there's a beautiful give and take, and you feel nurtured and loved, and you can be caring and loved.
It's
That's
a very
what Cancer's about.
It's a very settled card also.
Right.
So maybe there's a desire to settle, since we did have that first card, the 8 of Cups. So you're moving on, and the desire is to settle in,
Yeah,
right?
to settle in.
And then we have the 3 of Cups, which is a great card in the position of the unexpected.
Yes.
There's some partying going on.
Partying, collaboration,
Yeah.
communion with friends, loving sharing of feelings.
New friends even, because
new
we're
friends.
walking away from other relationships or situations. So we've got this
Yes.
unexpected reunion.
Oh yes, maybe you have, moving is often that way, where you leave a set of friends behind. Maybe out of necessity you have to move, or just out of a sense of adventure you move. And then you come and you're surprised by making new friends, finding new partners and relationships and things. So it's beautiful, actually.
And then at the end we have the Page of Swords. Interesting card to come up at the very end, because
Yes.
it is September and maybe you're going back to school.
One way or
Page
the
of
other.
Swords, yeah, because the sword, the element represents the intellect, mental acuity, honor, truth, those types of
Justice,
things.
yes.
So it could very much mean that you are using your intellect in a new way. There's some fresh thinking going on. You may be even surrounded by young people who are very highly
Intellectually acute
and verbal.
and verbal.
Yes.
And maybe even your own verbal skills will have to be employed. Expressing yourself succinctly, accurately, truthfully, and using your reason in ways that are perhaps new to you. But maybe even just exploring new ideas, new concepts.
Yeah, you're inspired
So it
by
could be going
this new
back
group.
to school.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be you're inspired by the new group you find yourself in, your new environment.
So that's that. And now
All
we're
right.
going to go into last month. We already went into last month. We're going to go into next month,
Next month.
October,
Yes.
for Cancer.
Let's do
And
it.
let's see what's going on with Cancer. We're going to put some white light on these cards. Everything's
White
spontaneous
light.
here at the Temple of Delphi.
Everything, yes. And also for you too, we'll put some white light on
Yes. You
Lovely.
don't have to sacrifice a goat.
you. Look, it's actually being shuffled here in this very moment.
All you have to do is subscribe. We don't ask for
Yeah.
goats. We just ask for
Subscriptions.
subscriptions.
Yes.
Subs.
I
We need
prefer-
subs, not goats.
I love goats.
Yeah, it's a little hard for them to click on a goat. Okay, so what do we have in the very first position? She doesn't wait. She's not waiting.
No, I'm not waiting for anything.
Okay, so here we go. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, food, over shopping.
You steep yourself in materialism.
Yay!
You can see what side of the fence she falls on.
Yeah, right.
So,
my,
yes.
My, what is it? My Venus is in Cancer.
Oh, yes, her Venus is in Cancer.
That's
have
my
no
relationship house.
Cancer. My Uranus is in Cancer. Anyway, the devil.
Is a card. It is
All
not
right.
always bad, okay?
I had a very interesting incident with the devil because I had it in the area of surprise once. And the reason it comes up is because sometimes you have to deal with other people's bullying of you.
Okay.
And somebody might be rubbing you the wrong way. And or you're in a domination, being dominated or dominating kind of situation.
In a power struggle.
Power struggle.
Right.
And in order for you to bring this to the best conclusion possible, just, you see the chain around the necks of Adam and Eve at the foot of the devil are not tight like this is, very loose. I could just pick this up and take it off. I am bound by
Choice.
choice. Consequently, you're bound only by, if you want to engage in this power struggle, well then, you may do so. But all you have to do is to disengage, is to take it off and not
make a different choice.
And make a different choice and not be manipulated, which is how people engage you in an argument or engage you in their
Well, it's not only just people. Sometimes your own psyche
Yes, it
can
can be.
manipulate you.
yes,
Because we all have these little
what you
monkey mind.
what you tell yourself all day long.
Yeah, your monkey mind says, oh, you really want to eat that piece of chocolate cake over
Yes.
there.
Or
So you're being manipulated by your own psyche.
right, or sometimes if you feel that you'd be better, because it's all about ego. You'd be better if you had this, or you were that, or it's establishing false sense of worth and value, and being chained by that. So you have to be very careful this month that you're not the one who's actually engaging in this power struggle with yourself.
Right. And it's also a card of carnality, so we're going to find out. But it is
Yes.
sex, for the sake of sex, without love.
Sensuality without love.
Yes.
Which, it's just a body function, but sex without love ultimately becomes boring. It always has to find greater and greater stimulation, or it has to be dressed in other things. That's why men love beautiful women. Because otherwise it's boring. Because...
I thought you were going to say men love women to wear different outfits.
Well, they do. They like them to dress up for them, because
Right.
otherwise, what is it? It's just sex.
Yeah, you have to wear a
It's
wig.
just like it's just eating. So you go to a restaurant and
Yeah.
they give you fancy food, and you think that you've accomplished something.
Right.
Right. And it's the same thing. That's what the devil is all about. Always pursuing more and more stimulation, so that you think that you're achieving greater pleasure.
Yeah.
There you go. So I can see Cancer this month.
All right. Okay, and in the next position, another major arcana card, which I forgot to mention that the devil is a major arcana card.
Oh, of course it is.
So this is something that's going on for you this month. It's the energy of the month.
It's a powerful energy.
Yeah, so this is all about controlling or actually getting your arms around your baser nature.
Right, it is. And that's what we have here in the magician,
Which is in the position of challenge.
which is in the position of challenge. So it is the uniting of your lower self with your higher self.
So he's like this.
That's right.
Like a lightning
He
rod.
points up and down. So it's the balancing of these two elements. It's the harnessing of your will. It's the reconnection with your deeper talents, your real talents. And this is where self-confidence comes from. To engage in this kind of behavior always points to a lack of self-confidence.
Or self-control.
Or self-control. So obviously, this would be your challenge, is to bring everything under your command and control, to harness wayward instincts, the lower instincts, and wed them with your higher
But the
instincts.
fact that it's showing up is a very good sign.
Oh, yes. So this is your challenge.
Yes.
It's a major challenge.
Yes, it is.
But it's communication as well. To communicate with deftness, skill, so that what you're communicating carries your message, your intent, because that's what will is. It's intention. And magic, too. We can't forget that the magician is about magic. And what is in alchemistry or in the Hermetic philosophies, magic comes from the ability to create something with your intention. And if your intentions are multiple, or they diluted, or they're obscured by your emotions,
By the darker side.
by the darker side,
We all have a shadow and a shadow side. We all do.
well, yes.
And we must incorporate
Yes.
that into our psyche.
Well, we have to at least address it.
And yes, and
Yeah.
become conscious of it.
And so this is about
Bringing that
communicating
to light.
skillfully, too. Watch what you say and how you say it, because you don't want to provoke the devil, you see, as well.
Well, if the devil's
It's
around
another-
you.
If the devil's around, if it's another person, words are often the way you have of, that's your weapon, you know? So be careful how you use your words. Words, abracadabra? You know what the abracadabra means?
Right.
Abracadabra is the manifestation of reality from your words. How you speak, create your reality. That's abracadabra. And that's what the cards are saying. It's imperative that you become conscious this month of exactly how you're communicating, how you're being perceived.
Okay, let's see. What do we have? Oh, my. I love it when this card comes up. It's the Empress. And she's reversed.
She's reversed, but she's a powerful card.
She
Look at three
is. We have
major
three major
arcanas.
arcana cards. You know, the interesting thing about this reading so far, to me, it looks as if there could be a situation within relationship that needs to be turned around. Because the
Yeah.
Empress in the upright would say that you're feeling like a goddess. Someone's really making you feel beautiful, sensual, in terms of a sexual relationship, a sensual relationship. This would say that you're not feeling very sensual and that you're not maybe feeling like, hey, when he says, let's get it on, you say, I got a headache kind of thing. So
Yeah, it's
kind of the movement away from those aspects of your nature.
right.
And
Or on a creative level.
yeah.
It might be a creative block of some sort. because she's pregnant with an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about gestating an idea, and not being able to gestate an idea.
Or a baby.
Or a baby.
An actual live baby.
Right. It could
Do you ever
be,
have a dream where you have a baby? You know, a lot of people dream about
I don't dream that.
babies. You know,
Really?
all of a sudden a baby shows up
Oh.
in a dream, and that has to do with a possibility or birthing
Oh, yes.
a situation, and that baby is indicative of that. It's very much like this card, the Empress.
Yes,
where
so you cannot,
you
you can't
can't
manifest something.
Yeah, you can't birth this
Right.
situation, project, love affair, whatever it is not happening.
Right.
It's not taking root.
Yes, and,
basically.
and it really speaks to the core of your femininity too. The
Mhm.
femininity. That is that aspect of you that is wants to care and nurture and hold, and that's somehow being challenged.
Mhm. There's no fertile ground for
There's
it.
yes, the ground is not fertile for something.
Yes.
All right, and that's surprising.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Let's see what. Interesting reading for Cancer. We've had some very nice readings for our other water signs. This one is the Three of Pentacles, and it is reversed. And so it looks as if
Collaboration.
we're not getting together. We're not on the same page. We don't feel as if someone has our back. And there's some mistrust going on. I'm coming back to this devil. Some imbalance in a relationship. Or even within your own psyche, where you're just feeling as if you can't really get away from those inner voices.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And there's a lack of support at the very end of the month.
Or if it's a work card, it's a practical material. You know, it could be something to do with your work or your job, in that you're finding it hard to communicate with someone within your work environment who's you're trying to work on the same project, the same idea, but somehow there's a discrepancy, or it's disparate.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Like it's like there's somebody else involved who maybe isn't at their highest and best, who's
Right.
turning a project upside down.
Right.
It just feels like there's some kind of
Something in the
Work
work
struggle.
environment is not achieving.
or someone's not understanding your work.
Yeah, maybe particularly because of this.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you have to hone your communication skills
Mm-hmm.
and not let your emotions rule your communications.
Mm-hmm. Or don't self-medicate. I mean, this is like self-medication to get through a period that is maybe feeling a little upside down. Could be
Yeah.
work, could be
I feel
home,
it
could be
certainly a relationship, just like you said,
Mhm.
but it could also be work because of this one.
Yeah.
So that within the work environment also, things are disjointed,
Mm-hmm.
and there's power struggles, and you're feeling a little bit pushed, you know?
And someone who is not too happy and not feeling as if they want to contribute, which is this
Right,
Empress.
it could be.
Yeah,
they
they're
don't-
withdrawn, you know. They're
yes.
moving back, taking
Yeah.
back they're taking their stuff and they're going home.
they're not sharing.
Mm-hmm.
And you aren't able to come to a practical understanding of how to achieve something.
Mm-hmm. But it's great because really this is
This
the
is the best
solution.
one.
The magician
This
is
is
the
your solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a solution. And so this is probably one of the most powerful cards in the whole deck. They could override this easily.
Right.
Which means that if you just simply don't react,
Mm-hmm.
have confidence in all your skills that are already there, and come from the highest place without reacting to the manipulation that you may be feeling from others.
And it could be just that you're not, like this Empress could mean that you're just not in this feminine place.
Yes.
You know, you're not feeling feminine. Mm-hmm. And for some reason that plays a role. It could even be menopause. It could even be like an end to that
edginess
time period where you're
edginess,
feeling
yes.
more sensual. Mm-hmm. Because it's Cancer.
Right. And
so,
and Cancers, when they are emotionally, when they feel someone else's angst or negative energy,
mm-hmm.
they can withdraw.
Yeah.
To protect themselves. That's why your sign, Cancer, is the crab.
And this just says you don't want to work with whomever it is.
You don't.
You don't. You know, you're just not interested. I don't want to collaborate with you. I don't want any part of it.
No.
You know, get off my back.
Yeah, leave me alone kind of thing. But you can get through it if you take the high ground. Mm-hmm. Be the mature one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe somebody is in a power struggle with you.
Yeah, maybe someone is in a power
Maybe somebody
struggle.
wants something from you.
Right.
And
you're not willing to give it.
And they're not at their highest and best.
Yeah.
But you're still bound to them.
Yeah, you are.
Even though you're saying, hey, I'm not feeling it, I'm withdrawing, you're still bound to them.
Right.
And so the other thing is this magician, like, I think it's interesting because this comes right after the Fool. It's the second card of the Major Arcana.
Yeah.
So this is where you start putting some of those skills
this
that
is
you've
masculine
learned.
energy too.
It is,
You're right.
yeah.
This is masculine energy.
Where you learn how to use the tools.
Right.
Even of the Tarot, because he has all of the,
all the
suits. He's got the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, and the Wands at the table.
every aspect of yourself.
Every aspect of your psyche.
Mm-hmm.
If you have to get those things in alignment in order to manifest a solution.
Right, because there's a bit of oppression here. Mm-hmm. Something is oppressing, and you can get out of it though, like magic. Mm-hmm. Like magic. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep. I'd say go to the 5th card. Here it is, Major Arcana Council, because I think this reading needs another card.
Yes.
Should we give it to them? I think we should give them the Major Arcana.
To whom did we give it last month?
Oh, I don't think I did yet. Gemini gets it. Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta post that. But we're gonna post Cancer.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right. So next month you'll get it free, Cancer.
Yeah, so go to the site, you get your Major Arcana card free, and then after that, if you would like a private and personal reading, Ava and Trudy are here and ready.
We're here in
all of
Greece.
Those things. So come to the oracles. Yes. So what else?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Thanks,
so
Cancer.
Thank you, Cancer. And please come to our site and get a reading if you'd like.
Have a great October.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.